Imagine diving deep into the ocean, surrounded by the serene blue, when suddenly you see it. A lake. A real lake, with a distinct shoreline, ripples on its surface, and even a river flowing from it. But this isn't a magical underwater oasis. This is a brine pool, a hidden trap in the deep sea, and anything that dares to enter it dies instantly. These are the underwater lakes of death, and today we're diving in to uncover their deadly secrets. What you're seeing isn't a fantasy. It's a real phenomenon found in the deepest, darkest parts of our oceans. Like the Gulf of Mexico and the Red Sea, these brine pools are incredibly rare and mind-bogglingly strange. So how can a lake exist inside an ocean? The secret lies in salt, lots and lots of it. These pools are so salty, up to 4 or 5 times saltier than the surrounding seawater, that the water becomes incredibly dense. This super dense, salty water doesn't mix with the ocean around it. Instead, it sinks and settles on the seafloor, forming a distinct body of water with its own surface and shoreline. It looks just like a lake you'd find on land, but it's thousands of feet below the surface. So why are they so deadly? The extreme saltiness is the first clue. For most marine life, entering a brine pool is like a human jumping into a vat of acid. The sudden, intense change in salinity, a process called osmotic shock, is devastating. Water is instantly sucked out of their cells, causing them to collapse and die almost immediately. You can often see the preserved remains of unlucky fish, crabs, and other creatures that wandered in, creating a sort of underwater graveyard around the pool's edge. But it's not just the salt that makes these pools a death trap. They're also completely anoxic, meaning they contain zero oxygen. On top of that, they're often full of toxic chemicals like hydrogen sulfide and methane, which bubble up from beneath the seafloor. It's a triple threat: super salty, no oxygen, and poisonous, a true lake of despair for most ocean life. But here's where the story takes an incredible twist. While these pools are lethal to most, life, as they say, finds a way. On the very edges of these toxic lakes, thriving ecosystems exist. Certain kinds of mussels, shrimp, and tube worms have evolved to not only survive but flourish in this extreme environment. They don't rely on sunlight or oxygen like most life on Earth. Instead, they're chemosynthetic. They have a symbiotic relationship with special bacteria that feed on the toxic methane and hydrogen sulfide seeping from the brine pool. These bacteria convert the chemicals into energy, which in turn feeds the mussels and worms. It's a completely alien food web, powered by poison in the total darkness of the deep sea. It's a stunning example of how resilient life can be, finding a foothold in one of the most hostile places on our planet. These brine pools are like natural, deep-sea laboratories. Scientists are fascinated by them because they offer a glimpse into what life might look like on other planets or moons in our solar system, places like Europa or Enceladus, which are thought to have subsurface oceans. The extreme conditions in brine pools mimic the potential environments on these distant worlds. By studying the extremophiles, the life forms that thrive here, scientists can better understand the absolute limits of life and refine their search for extraterrestrial organisms. Could there be alien microbes living in salty, methane-rich oceans far from the sun's light? The answer might be hidden right here on Earth, at the bottom of these deadly underwater lakes. So how did these bizarre features even form? Their origins go back millions of years. In places like the Gulf of Mexico, ancient seas evaporated, leaving behind massive layers of salt buried deep beneath the seafloor. Over time, as sediment piled on top, the immense pressure squeezed and deformed these salt layers. Seawater then seeped down through cracks in the seafloor, dissolved the ancient salt, and became supersaturated brine. Because this brine is less dense than the rock around it, but much denser than the seawater above, it forces its way back up to the ocean floor, erupting and pooling to form the lakes we see today. It's a slow, powerful geological process that has been shaping the deep sea for eons. One of the most famous brine pools is nicknamed the Jacuzzi of Despair. Discovered in the Gulf of Mexico, it's about 100 feet across and 40 feet deep. Its water is a warm 66 degrees Fahrenheit, much warmer than the near-freezing water surrounding it, hence the Jacuzzi nickname, but don't be fooled by the cozy name. For any creature that isn't a specialized extremophile, it's a one-way trip. The edges are littered with the preserved carapaces of giant isopods and crabs that made a fatal mistake. Exploring these pools with submersibles is a surreal experience. You can see the distinct surface of the brine shimmer as the sub's lights hit it. You can even see the sub make waves on the surface of this underwater lake. It completely breaks your brain to witness one body of water sitting inside another. The discovery of these pools has fundamentally changed our understanding of biology and geology. It proves that entire ecosystems can exist completely independent of the sun, powered instead by chemical energy from the Earth itself. This has huge implications for our understanding of the origins of life on our own planet. Some scientists theorize that life might have first started in similar, protected, chemical-rich environments, shielded from the harsh conditions of the early Earth's surface. These brine pools could be modern-day windows into our own planet's distant past. Every time we send a remotely operated vehicle to the deep sea, we learn something new. The ocean floor is still one of the least explored places in our own world. We've mapped more of the surface of Mars than we have our own seafloor. Brine pools are a perfect example of the wonders that are still waiting to be discovered in the deep. They are beautiful, deadly, and scientifically priceless. They challenge our definitions of what a lake is, where life can exist, and what it takes to survive. They remind us that our planet is full of extreme, bizarre, and incredible secrets, and we've only just begun to scratch the surface, or in this case, dive beneath it. From toxic underwater lakes that kill on contact to the strange creatures that call their deadly shores home, the deep sea is a realm of endless fascination. It's a powerful reminder of how diverse and adaptable life on Earth truly is. What other impossible phenomena hiding in the crushing darkness? We may not know yet, but the search is what makes science so exciting. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world's deadliest lakes. If you found this as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Let us know in the comments what other ocean mysteries you'd like us to explore. You think underwater lake is safe for you?